Okay, here we go. We are now on stage 4, the Ooze Men. And we go on to the actual events of the movie. Now, this stage actually has no bosses, but the Ooze Men are actually much tougher than most bosses because they have quite a bit of health and they can take quite a bit of damage. They can dish out quite a bit of damage. Anyway, for this playthrough, I'm going with the Red Ranger, Jason. The Red Ranger has specials which all consist of sword moves. That was his third special, and the third special is actually just a combination of his first and second specials. I would show you right here. See, first special and second special. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that doing specials in this stage involves quite a bit of risk, as I do not want to take any damage at all from these Ooze Men. So I'm gonna try and play it smart. As you can see that one throw, and he takes out a chunk of health. I do not want to die, so I'm gonna be cheesing it for this stage using the Ever Hacks dive kick. No, jump 1+2. Now, it's worth noting that if you're using the Red Ranger, you do not want to be jumping away when you do the 1+2 dive kick, because his version of the dive kick goes down at a very acute angle, and you might miss and get countered. Of course, this does not prevent the Red Ranger from being one of the most overpowered characters in the game as far as one-on-one battles are concerned. This is because of the amount of damage that you can do with a single special. So he takes just one special, take out a chunk of health from these Ooze Men. Actually, from any other character in the game. Now, the Ooze Men have their own version of the dive kick, as you saw just now, and I'm going to tell you that, you know, that puddle thing, it's actually a grab move, and it's their second special, I think, that Ooze puddle. It's actually low blockable, but I do not really like to low block in this game, as it leaves you vulnerable to dive kicks, which can happen at a split second. Therefore, I'm gonna be cheesing it for most of this playthrough. Sorry about that. I'm sure that some of you wanted to see some more technical gameplay, but, well, you can call this tactical gameplay in my part. I survived that. I actually just recently died from a previous recording which got crashed. I'm hoping that this one will not go the same way, which is why I'm going with the Super Hacks dive kick. Whew, almost got me that time. It's worth noting that if you miss with a dive kick, you could get grabbed if you land too close to the Ooze Men. They have priority as to the grabs. Which is why I'm just going with the occasional super and mostly dive kicks. Jump 1+2, jump 1+2, because dive kicks are very hacks. In this game, they keep you safe from harm while allowing you to attack. See, if the dive kick gets blocked, you return immediately to a safe position. The only time when the dive kick isn't safe is when you're jumping away, because you might miss. As I've told you before, if you miss, leaves you vulnerable for counterattack. And let me tell you, at the hardest difficulty, the enemies will counter you a lot. I will use special on occasion, but only if it's really appropriate. For example, after a wake up, on wake up you can do a special if you want to sort of, you know, do a get off my lawn type of move, like right here. See? I think, you know what, I think the Ooze men are actually beginning to wise up to the dive kick. See how this one is actually learning how to counter it. Freaking hell. Now what do I do? Okay, change of strategy. Anyway, he's almost dead. Hopefully his brother... No, I mean, the other Ooze men will not wise up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say that the Ooze men are actually wising up to my trolling tactics. Who got lucky there? Okay, here we go. Come on, come on, come on. I'm getting a little bit impatient here. Anyway, let's talk about the graphics of the game a little bit more. The backgrounds look quite nice, even though they're static. And... okay, here comes Ivan Ooze, finally. Okay, you can't defeat him, really. Yeah, that was one epic playthrough, I would say. I think this is the last time that we'll get to play as the Power Rangers now. See, we have the Ninjetti backstory here. Blah 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 blah. But, as I've told you before, in playthrough number 1, we don't really get to play as the Rangers in their Ninjetti costumes, which would have been quite awesome, I would say. Or go blah blah blah. Ivan has been brainwashed and used... oh, who cares? Anyway, I think it's time to end this playthrough. So that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed this edition of my playthrough of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie for the Sega Game Gear. See you next time. Bye bye.